how are you all? Today we are going to see chapter 2, various methods of communication. So let us start first of all. What is communication? You can understand by the picture that the person, the sender and the receiver are having a communication by different medium, right? So let us start. So communication is a process which shares, means you can share the information, opinion, ideas and beliefs in between of two or more person. यानी एक से ज्यादा लोग, दो से ज्यादा लोग, तीन से ज्यादा लोग, ऐसे हम लोग जो कम्युनिकेट करते हैं. कितनी बार हम लोग कम्युनिकेट करते हैं इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ओरल, राइट? सो आप बात करके करते हो या लिख कर, right? But at that time, yes, you have to speak, you have to listen and you have to understand that thing. Okay, so let us go for it. So here there are different methods which we are going to discuss. So first method is verbal, second non-verbal, and third is visual. So let us go in brief. अब verbal communication में दो parts है, that is oral and written. Now, what is there in oral communication? Oral communication यानी क्या कि when you are talking, when you are having a spoken words, with that you are saying something, so that is called oral communication, right? So here we will see some of the factors which will make it effective, the oral communication. So first is pace. Pace means over here what, that how you speak, fast or slow, right? A speaker वो कैसे बोलता है उसे ऑब्जर्व करना, एंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट व्हाट ही वांट्स टू से. और कितनी बार ऐसा होता है कि वो जो जिस हिसाब से वो स्पीकर बोल रहा है, मैनी ऑफ द पीपल यूज टू लूज द इंटरेस्ट, क्योंकि वो थोड़ा डल हो जाता है स्पीकर का. सो दैट्स व्हाई. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज क्लैरिटी इन प्रोनाउंसिएशन. इट मस्ट बी क्लियर एंड इट मस्ट बी करेक्ट. ओके, आप जो भी आप बोल रहे हो वो परफेक्ट होना चाहिए, टू द पॉइंट होना चाहिए, एंड इट मस्ट बी क्लियर, because many of the time the people cannot understand because of your pronunciation also, right? Next is the volume, the pitch at which you have to talk. Sometimes we have to speak it very loud, sometimes we have to be very soft. Okay, you can take the example of the models when they used to give the answers to the person, the means the guest, or the you can say the judges, right? So judges, when they used to speak, so at that time they will ask them, so they have to be very softened at that time. And many of the time when it is needed that you have to speak it loud, like when you are in the public, you are doing a communication with people, at that time you have to speak it loud so everyone can listen about it. They must be audible to everyone. Okay, choice of words, yes, you have to balance it, that thing. Okay, if the words are not proper according to the need of it, then yes, it may happen that many of the people may get hurt. यानी किसी को ऐसा बुरा लग सकता है कि आप कैसे बोल रहे हो, right? The choice of words must be very much appropriate and according to the need of the time. Okay, next is fluency, that how much fluently you speak in English or maybe in any other language. It's not necessary that it must be in only in English. Okay, but yes, when you are means getting stopped over here, like I am saying, oh, okay, so that is also one part of that कि हाँ, our fluency is breaking over there. So the flow must go very smoothly and it must be straightforward. Next is the length of communication. The length of communication must be simple and short, to the point. Okay, if the speaker is saying many of the things but he is not focusing on what the topic it is, then yes, I said na that they will lose it, the whatever the concentration, and then they will switch to any other thing. Okay, next is advantages of oral communication. First, it is interpersonal and helps in building relationship. Yes, by this oral communication, you can communicate with the people, you can say it verbally everything, and yes, you can get a good relation with everyone. कि हाँ भाई, हमें पता चलता है कि क्या सही क्या गलत, हम लोग बात करके सॉर्ट आउट भी करते हैं कितने कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, सो दैट इज ऑल्सो बिल्डिंग अप द रिलेशनशिप. इट एंकरेजेस इन्वॉल्वमेंट इन टीम वर्क एंड डिसीजन मेकिंग प्रोसेस. आप अगर टीम में कुछ काम कर रहे हो एंड इन दैट यू वांट टू से समथिंग, यू वांट टू डिस्कस समथिंग, तो तभी काम में आता है ओरल कम्युनिकेशन. एंड डिसीजन मेकिंग इज ऑल्सो परफेक्ट बाय दैट. ओरल मैसेज प्रोवाइड प्रॉम्प्ट फीडबैक, यानी आप तुरंत ही आपको फीडबैक मिल जाएगा whether you are means whatever you are saying that is correct or not, or maybe sometimes it may not be correct also, yani negative and positive feedback, like and dislike you can say. It is cost efficient, means यहाँ cost कुछ भी नहीं लग रहा है, just you have to speak, right? So that is only the cost over there. So yes, in written communication it is costly because you have to spend the time in writing, and yes, the papers also. It is preferred mode of communication for private or confidential matters. Sometimes you must have seen कि आपको अपने मम्मी पापा से कुछ confidential बात करनी है या private बात करनी है, then yes, what you will use it? Oral communication. You will not go for written over there, right? And even with your friends, your secrets, right? So that is also a thing. Next is disadvantages. In this form of communication, emotions are visible. यानी आप जो बोल रहे हो, जो facial expressions आपके हैं, that will be visible to everyone. So yes, it may miscommunicate many of the time. Maybe a body language also at that time. It has no legal validity. No legal validity means you are saying verbally that thing. आप orally बोल रहे हो तो उसकी legal validity कुछ नहीं रहती है. जबकि रिटर्न में क्या होता है कि हाँ प्रूफ रहता है. लाइक यू कैन टेक द एग्जाम पेपर्स, राइट? So if you are writing the papers, then yes, it is a proof for us, right? But if you are giving the answer by viva, so that is not having any proof over there. It does not provide a permanent record, as I've told you. पहले ही मैंने बता दिया कि अगर आपको proof और valid रखना है, then permanent record for that you needed written. Okay, and the message can easily be forgotten. कितनी बार आपको जैसे कुछ टीचर ने बोल दिया है, और मे बी इवन एनी ऑफ अदर पर्सन हैज सेड, तो आप कितनी बार भूल जाते हो. यू यूज टू नॉट टू रिमेम्बर एवरीथिंग, राइट? So you have to write it. You have to keep a note over there. It may be difficult for certain people to understand speech due to various accent and pace used in oral communication. Means if you are speaking from far off places, यानी आप दूर से बात कर रहे हो, तो फिर क्या होगा? Yes, again misunderstanding will come over here, and it must be not be perfect. Okay, so yes, for that we have to follow into the written work. We have to go with the written message. This form of communication is not suitable for lengthy messages. यानी इतना बड़ा report लिखना and that all. So for that we will not go for oral, right? That time we have to go with the written communication. Okay, now we will go with the written communication. Everyone know written communication means written words, and it is having the validity and it is reliable than speech. It is the most formal form of communication. Why most formal? Because you can keep it the proof. And for that the examples are like email, you are having WhatsApp, in that the chat messages, and many more are there, right? Like Twitter and that all, right? So that is the written communication. Now advantages of it: it allows the sender to thoughtfully draft clear and comprehensive message. Means he or she will think before writing, and whether it will be appropriate according to the need of the person, that also they will think. वो सोचेंगे पहले कि हाँ भाई ये लिखा जाएगा नहीं लिखा जाएगा, तो सोच के लिखना है. जबकि ओरल में क्या होता है, we used to not to think more and we just speak it out over there. It has legal validity, as I've told you, legal because you can keep the proof over there. It is a suitable mode of communication for length messages. Means जब वो lengthy messages होते हैं, then yes, you have to go with the written communication. Next, the disadvantages: it requires time for drafting the message. यानी आपको लिखने के लिए सोचना पड़ता है, and for that we needed time. And in verbal, in oral we don't needed the time, right? We can speak it in front of everyone. It may involve postage cost. यानी अगर आपको post करके भेजना है, if it is email, then it will be of no cost to you. But yes, sometimes the postage we have to think about it कि हमें सोचकर लिख कर भेजना है, right? It causes feedback एंड कॉन्सिक्वेंटली डिलेज इन डिसीजन मेकिंग, यानी फीडबैक जो आपका आता है वो बहुत देर के बाद आता है. ओके, इट टेक्स मोर टाइम, राइट? And because of that, maybe sometimes we may get delayed in our decision making. Now, non-verbal. Non-verbal, everyone understand that it is not of words, right? In non-verbal, it may be movement, it may be gestures, it may be expressions, symbols, images, and so on. You can see it over here that I have kept it over here. Some of the you can say the body movements, then the expressions, then the gesture. Okay, by that only the person can understand. Now, the elements of non-verbal communications are facial expression. Yes, facial expression. Now you must be knowing कि हाँ, your parents know you very well by your face, right? That how you are feeling, whether you are feeling good or not. So that is also a thing. The facial expression, and by smiling, by sad face, gestures. Yes, different gestures. You can see that I have given the thumbs up. So yes, you have done it. Great job. Okay. Or maybe that sometimes you are not having interest in the what is going on, or you are not having the interest in the movie, so that you can show it with the help of gestures over there. Even with the videos like YouTube videos which you used to see, like and dislike. Okay, so that is also a thing. Now, voice. Yes, voice, the volume, the pitch, the tone, what you use it, that also matters over here. यानी आप कैसे बोलते हो, कहाँ बोलते हो, कैसे मीन्स कैसा टोन यूज कर, तो उस वक्त सबको सुनाई देता है, तो पता चल जाता है कि हाउ यू आर स्पीकिंग, व्हाट यू आर स्पीकिंग, वेदर यू आर फीलिंग डल, यू आर हैप्पी. ओके. Body language. Yes, body language matters over here. When you are sitting in the interview, just think about it that how you have to sit, right? ये आप वीडियोस देखते होंगे कि कितनी बार बताया जाता है कि हाउ टू सिट व्हेन यू आर गोइंग फॉर एन इंटरव्यू, how you have to be confident at that time, how you have to speak with them. So that is also mattering over here. Next is eye gaze. When you are talking with any person, yes, eye gaze matters. Whether you are having directly the contact with that person, you are looking over there, or you are having some, means you are not feeling confident at that time, you must see your eyes are not working according to what we needed. ऐसे confident नहीं होते तो कितनी बार हमारी eyes ऐसे blink होती है, right? And yes, we lose our concentration, right? Next is physical contact. Physical contact in the sense that you can see over here the mother, right? And with her son and daughter, she is giving love and affection to their, means both the child, and even protecting them. So this is also a part of it. Next is dress and appearance. Yes, you must have seen movies, right? In that you like actor actresses. Why? Because their dress up style, their appearance. Okay, that matters over there. Next is advantages of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication complements a verbal message, यानी मीन्स वो उसके साथ जाता है. Next is physical gestures greatly help handicapped people, especially deaf people. You must have seen, right? कि आप उनके साथ कैसे बात करते हो, उन्हें कैसे लेकर जाते हो. So that is also mattering over here, how you used to talk with them. Okay, by the you can say the body movement or by the hand movements. Okay. Next is disadvantages of non-verbal communication. It is difficult to analyze. Yes, many of the times हम लोग जो कहना चाहते हैं वो ठीक से डायरेक्टली पहुंच नहीं पाता है टू दैट पर्सन, राइट? सेंडर एंड रिसीवर के बीच में वो मिसकम्युनिकेशन बन सकता है. Next, in non-verbal communication, long conversation and necessary explanation are not possible. यानी आप conversation करना चाहते हो तो वो possible नहीं है by facial expressions, or by just by seeing that person, or by you can say the body language. Okay, so this thing you have to keep it in mind. Next, uh, visual communication. Now, visual communication, in that any verbal or non-verbal communication utilizing the sense of sight is known as visual communication. यानी आप जब उसे देखते हो, आप देखना कितनी बार हम लोग मूवीज देखते हैं, ड्रामास देखते हैं, we used to see another things like that. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि हम लोग देखते हैं वो चीजों को, इवन द मैगजीन, राइट, वी यूज टू सी द मैगजीन, तो मैगजीन्स में पिक्चर्स होते हैं, तो पिक्चर्स से हमें ज्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आता है वो चीज को, राइट, स्टोरी इवन. It is the most effective way of passing the information as the human mind processes images very quickly. आप देख लो, आप जब ड्रीम देखते हो, when you are seeing any dream and that also you see create a scene, right, आप देखना सीन के हिसाब से जाएगा एंड वो चीजें हमें जल्दी से समझ में भी आएगी. Here some examples I have kept it for visual, that is PowerPoint presentation, then smart board, then graph, okay. And yes, when we are being given the projects, that also matters over here. Now, advantages of visual communication, in that like graph, diagram, models, as I've told you. Next, use of visual aids make complex data easy to comprehend. यानी अगर आप एक मूवी देखते हो, मूवी जैसे माइम देखते हो, तो माइम में आपको पता चल जाता है बाय देयर एक्ट, ओके. सो उनकी एक्टिंग ही ऐसी होती है कि आपको समझ में आ जाए कि व्हाट दे वांट टू पास ऑन द मैसेज, राइट. विजुअल एड्स मेक द कम्युनिकेशन मोर इंटरेस्टिंग. यस, अगर मैं पूरा टाइम बोलती रहूंगी एंड आई एम नॉट शोइंग एनीथिंग ऑन माय presentation, I'm not showing, not even I'm showing the images over there, not I'm showing any visual clips over there, तो क्या होगा, it will feel like boring, okay. So that is also a thing. Disadvantages, some of the aids used in visual method of communication are costly. Yes, कभी कभार बहुत ज्यादा कॉस्टली हो जाता है, जैसे आप स्मार्ट बोर्ड की बात करते हो, कितनी बार हम लोग प्रोजेक्टर्स लगाते हैं, ये वो सब चीजें लाते हैं, मॉडल्स लाते हैं, तो वो उसका कॉस्ट बढ़ जाता है. Sometimes visual presentation of information become complex. Why complex? Because बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ आपने रख दी है, the pictures you have kept it, and they have to identify what you want to send the message, what you want to pass on the message, what you want to show the information over there. Next is sometimes visual techniques take much time to communicate. यानी वो अच्छे से वर्क नहीं करती हैं, राइट. व्हेन यू सी दैट थिंग, तो वो कभी कभार समझ में नहीं आती है. नाउ एट द लास्ट आई विल एंड विद द कोटेशन. If you just communicate, you can get by, but if you communicate skillfully, you can work miracles. So when you work it very skillfully, यानी बहुत अच्छे से उसके ऊपर वर्क करोगे, then yes, you can get the result. Hope you all have understand. Thank you for watching my video. Please wait for my next video and like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.